their critique,
Yep.
legitimacy, Bush powers, counterpoint. They can see governmentality courts are key to check on West governmentality problematic because the impact turns all their arguments within the debate. Also, can see the Eldon impact, which creates extinction that non-unique all their distance within the debate. They can see fair live argument apocalypse outweighs any offense. They can generate the round to repeal impacts. Solvency line by line. They say Congress will check their argument is hysteria, which proves the courts are key. It's common knowledge that the public is retarded and will not respond properly to hysteria arguments. The courts need to inject their non-biases into the political sphere. They say we don't solve detention. That's not our impact. We don't claim torture. They say there's no threshold. They continue each step to this argument creates new apocalypse. This is perpetual scenario. It's also defense. They say you can't use the government. That's our leverage. We can restrain solvency. They say it creates backlog. That assumes distinction. Why the difference creates separation? Why there's a backlog? Criticism. The case is a giant impact term. First argument is their life argument. The difference in status perpetuates the security threat where the other must be annihilated. Second argument is the governmentality's impact term because they order population which reproduce repression. The Eldon impact. Third argument is this is repugnant and unjustified unless you like things like internment and the Holocaust. This is what justifies those distinctions. Fourth argument is turned the lack of specific threats and then the separation creates annihilation. This is G that goes to 06. It is invisible. The threat of an enemy legitimizes permanent states with the existence of this legitimized logic of preemptive strikes. This threat is virtual. It's too late for actualization. Strike becomes too late. Threat of terrorist strike triggers the endless series of strike is against potential terrorists. And the next argument is there's no net benefit. The executive order determines there's no distinction. And the next argument is turn the unlawful status authorized understanding state violence when for the West definition of rooftop college merely allows the perpetration of the literal object to distinguish the legitimacy of state agents normal difference to justify normal warfare. And next is turn unlawful status to legitimize systemic violence. Foreign terror Jackson without destroying the face of terrorists. There's essential kind of undescriptive reassurance of what it students their nature. And negative and then the next is turn plan is key to identity communication with the others. Stops extinction. Butler no further question is discriminating also promotes this question is not human style others account demonized as human issue comes production the human extent of civilization over time self-populations as illegitimate and for our turn argument. Second, the white evidence from when the white states were state of enormous emergencies normalized now, which expands our turns against the beyond the war terror to all conflicts. There's also no link extended or Greg L5 evidence. We politicized law, which reveals the hidden the realistic condition rights on political concern. And turn plans key is crucial to the citizen discourse of the war on terrorists. Could well learn how to. The administration comes to not marry POWs to a function of civilization discourse belonging to nation states. Need to critique of Spanish law, not only change the new compared to those engaged states towards the same time. Establish state and our framework argument affluence. They justify policies for disaster or preventive auction for a ground case. Arguments this as counterplans, but it's also more predictive responsibilities to normal question. They're infinite. No critical frameworks impossible to defend against. Policy making, increase education, effectively activism, challenge the state. You should go now. Framework also structure. We have to research in debates, voting issues for fairness and credit equity, legitimacy. First argument is this is not unique because the Hamdan decision overruled military commission, which is a check against expo. The second argument is this links to our governmentality argument makes the dissent inevitable and checks up power to crushes the power of the rule of law. The links to governmentality also because it's concerned with deferring too much power to the sovereign, which means also the white evidence says the impact should happen because anyone can label enemy combatant. This also proves the third argument is this proves we politicized the link proves we politicized law, making the courts take out new ground, which is good. That's our Greg evidence. Also, the fourth is doesn't take out any of our doesn't turn or take out solvency, elimination status, our culprit evidence, even it's rolled back to still politicize the law, and overrules not unique. There's 3 per term, Hansford Springs 06, the court overrules 3 precedent per term, and there's 107 total overrules. Hansford Springs 06, the total of 107 case post between 46 and 01, and it's the legitimacy that need push before Chaldea and 05. The test of legitimacy for the election just by intervention, master outpouring, public spirits, law-based institution already legalized, and powers paying no for. Incarcerate analysis reveals more than average Supreme Court strong stance. The type is could generate political backlash, and in turn, court's legitimacy is stable over time. Public shielded from apocalypse and cost no one. The court finds both outpace levels of the Congress and executive branch verified by high levels of stability over time. The court's better work to weather social events, presents political capital, and purchase public approval. So solve for approval of policy, press powers. First, this links to our governmentality argument. There are arguments the executive surprise. Shit. This is executive order. Okay, first argument is there's no like courts won't hinder flexibility or speed this record or forward the shift of deference to all matter of power comes about like context, the legitimacy laws from the president or this commander's down seems less with law enforcement in the military campaign and case outweighs nuclear war not cause extinction worse than demand upon 99 feature of the court per free democracy well sense the international conflicts of sorts great testing conflicts finish and limited nuclear war killed less than 1,000 or 90 the use of nuclear weapons of the loss of the demonstration challenges to result in not cause any civilian casualty of the weapons conceivably lost in severe civilian deaths and there are scenarios obsolete great power worse than the past upon 99 major power was obsolete practice once considered more states British ruled in the last report major wars to seek to connect class comedy support milestone the geopolitology was inherently bellicose and this links to our very life work in space right to life foremost with today and their security framework established in apocalypse threat capital no 5 the core terrorism their quarantine the combatant face all different trust and hurts both stereotypes refugees the gun system clause faces this makes life an apocalypse from now on that classify our to view evidence and crossify that to decay executive order. First argument is there's no solvency. The executive exos includes that's the law as well. There are kin party which acts self-train, which would deny power to be acted in the first place. Second argument is the solve because the government held the executive order used to judiciary power crossed by our Butler. I'm just more about evidence from Butler why courts are keen to vote the executive Butler prepares life and no for the executive assumes power to judiciary and has the president takes first place to return to stock because the separation of power manager who decides indefinitely to need to review the possibility of trial signature peril acts decision of voluntary left and the third argument is rollback to the precedent so it's allows future executives to overrule the plan and the fourth argument is they don't solve effective politicization. That's a Warner argument at the bottom of the day. Also this links to our life argument elevates the right to life over concerns solvency. The next argument is Supreme Court is key to ending black sites amount no for church principle laws possibility executive policies legal black law no rule law exists the enforceable judgment acts of the executive do difference to exercise the option of church and review of the executive action. Next is the counterpart as object fee. So our argument is understanding executive action is the option to apply which out of way. Next argument is court's key and it's a voting issue for fairness. Broadly affirmed cannot generate any offense to the debate if the next law defeat what all our case impacts. The next court's key to preserve SOT Jensen no fourth state wars not blank check the president judicial place the world like evil wartime not against accumulations of branch preference to simply check balances to be defeated and this checks nuclear warforce near 80 nowadays theory concentration too much of the group places operation power punch structure English law to one person and courts are key to continue deference leads to extinction count in the 89. This concept of judicial deference no limits the external threat leads to military law constraints judicial review bar the Pentagon's case mutually search structure ultimate justification immunity of course already begun to come more destined to any weapon judicial application for rubbish bearers to unknowable consequence and judicial deference is model globally gutting smooth transition to democracy Van Elson and fourth leadership to the turnout past the process of the emerging democracy look to the U.S. and Constitution framework to the judiciary establishing review the strong independent judiciary critical and substantive particularly new opportunities the tyranny strong independent judiciary country tyranny the first victim is the judiciary and democracy key solving no multiple scenarios for extinction diamond 95 this one nationalist threats the very source of life of the global ecosystem critical weakness absence of democracy governance of the true and then action war with each other and cleanse their own population to build weapons of mass destruction used against each other more impossible to answer to citizens destruction their arrivals and the courts are key to animate theoretical as well as no fourth fear and current powerful motivators executive officials Congress false way to the reason the judicial review is necessary in times of crisis absent executive official and no incentive to refrain from acting executive decision making but judicial review itself can improve decision making. I'm done.
What's your framework argument on the critique?
Our framework is that you should look at policy options within the debate.
Okay, so we have a policy alternative. Why is this a voting issue?
Well, we make arguments why it's not a net benefit. It's not really an alternative. So we're saying you can't just go for your criticism argument as external offense separate of the counterplan within the debate.
Okay, so it's not a voting issue if we go for both the counterplan and critique and not.
Yeah, then you're going to lose because it's not a net benefit to the counterplan.
Okay, well, that'll be addressed later. What is, okay, can we talk about the governmentality argument? What is governmentality? On every floor you're like, don't solve governmentality. What is the terminal impact of governmentality?
That's our Eldon impact.
Which is?
Extinction.
Can I get a little bit more like
Yeah, you asked me what the impact is, it's a distinction.
Okay, but how do we get to extinction?
How, not what. Argument is that the governmentality argument allows unrestrained, the governmentality allows the sovereign to unrestrainedly order populations, determine people are separate, should be quarantined, this and that stuff. That allows management of populations. That management creates the conditions for extinction, the threats from certain groups to another.
All right. Can I get all the Newport parts to read out for the flowers too, by the way?
Absolutely.
And then, do you make a permutation on the town plan?
No.
Okay. And can I get all those terms too? The court add-ons. How do you get to democracy from judicial modeling? Did you read a card that said seated democracy? Yeah, I just missed that. What?
It's the right one card. That definitely is model that's democratically.
Do you read any evidence about which countries they're going to model? Or is it just a broad democracy?
Probably the ones that don't have democracy.
Okay, so how are they going to model it with our court system if they don't already have an established democracy?
Because they're transiting to democracy.
Okay, so like which countries?
The ones that are transiting to
Okay.
democracy.
Are there any countries that you could name that are transitioning that you think would model the US?
Chad,
Chad. Okay.
Gary.
Where?
You know, countries.
Okay. Why is kind of an object here?
The object of the plan is to restrain the executive and fiat that.
Okay, why do we not get aging kind of fund? I don't understand.
You could run the Congress kind of plan.
So the only aging kind of fund, how, okay, that debate will start later, but how is the object of the plan not just to change the sentence? Where is does your plan mention anything about that?
The court case we overruled, which gave the executive the authority to do something. And you fiat that away by saying, he won't do it.